can I start?
I
Yes.
missed the button.
Seki missed the button. The button.
Okay.
Why, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Club. I'm NikNak. With me is the great Lord Vorn,
Hello, everybody.
Realm Shifter,
I want to die.
and Seki.
I had spoons this morning, but I no longer have spoons.
Did you eat them?
No.
I'm sorry, I don't know the term you're talking about either, Seki. I've heard you use that a couple times, but I feel like you're referencing something recently that you've experienced or seen on TikTok.
I have no idea.
So no, this is actually very, very old. This is like beginning of quarantine or earlier. No Bones, the pug?
No.
Nope.
Okay,
No.
I've sent you Okay, so it's a TikTok thing, right? And when you say
So,
there's
when
this
you say TikTok thing, my brain immediately loses all sense of composure.
Okay, shut
And
up. Shut up then. Anyway, so there's the no bones thing, which is the other thing I mentioned, right? Is that there's this dude who has a pug, and every morning he picks his pug up and he puts his pug down on his pugs on their little legs, right? And either the pug walks or he just falls over. And if he falls over, you're having a no bones day, right? Which is like a bad mental health day. It means you need to like chill, right? And if it has bones, then you're going to have a good day. Spoons is the same thing, right? If you have the spoons, your mental health is good and you are going to have a good and productive day. If you have no spoons, you've lost it. Have you ever tried to eat food with no spoons? It's not good.
I feel like you're overestimating the cultural impact of a TikTok meme.
Yes.
I was actually
Yes.
informed of this by 3 separate people not on TikTok before I got on TikTok.
Cool. I've
Cool.
never heard of this
Yeah.
in my life before.
Yeah.
I have sent bones to.
I mean, you might have sent it to
I
me,
have
but it didn't stick around
specifically.
in my memory.
Alright, fuck you all.
Sorry, we're not on TikTok.
Sorry, Zoomer.
Sorry, I don't associate with cringe. Actually, I take that back. That's a hypocritical statement of me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're a goddamn liar.
So, this week we watched movie 3 of Garden of Sinners, Remaining Sense of Pain. I think I'm going to start with Realm on this one. What did you think of this one?
Today is a remaining sense of pain. I'll tell you what. But honestly, as an episode, I like this one. I mean, there was obviously that scene at the start with the goblin Nona. We'll continue referring it to, but putting that aside, overall, I did like this episode.
Okay, how about you, Vorn?
I would have done worse to them.
Okay. Yeah, I could say. If you actually were able to get them into a vulnerable position, yes, we know you would have done worse. Seki? I guess, Vorn, we never got your full thoughts here.
Oh, yeah. I really liked it. It was a very nice, enjoyable story. We got to actually see the backstory of the characters and how it got progressively worse and worse and worse for her. So it was a very nice movie. I liked it, and I watched it this morning, and I give it approved.
Nice. Seki?
I didn't like this as much as the last one, but I think it had some pretty strong character interaction. Like, we got some, like, series development in there. So I'm gonna give it a meh for now.
Okay.
Because I didn't like the story as much, but I did like the character bits.
See, I absolutely love this one. It's... On the grounds of the story, I feel like I love the story because it takes... Elma Lloyd talks about doing this a lot, but I don't feel it ever actually does this. When you're dealing with magic, you really can't have a whodunit plot, because anyone could have done it if anything could have happened. You can't have a howdunit plot because anything could have happened. So, Fate with its magic stories and Type Moon with its magic stories, when it's doing a detective story, it kind of needs to fall back on the why done it, which Elma Lloyd, that's what it says it's founded on, but I feel like the why done it in Elma Lloyd is usually not very well developed. Here, I love that you really get a sense of why this character went and committed so many murders, and it actually retains a twist. It's not like it's as soon as you find out, because at first it seems obvious, and then they manage to pull an actual twist out of it. I feel like that, as a why done it story, I think it's absolutely it's an amazing plot, and then the character interactions are golden. So yeah, I give it approved.
silence.
I mean, I have nothing to say about the art and animation that I didn't say in the first two movies.
I feel like it's picked up a little bit in this one. The first
Mostly
one, I feel,
with the eyes.
yeah. Some of the character designs themselves are getting a little bit more sharpened here as far as how the animators are animating them.
I honestly didn't notice that much of a change
I
in the
didn't either.
quality.
I think if Vorn hadn't mentioned that he also noticed it, I would say that that's probably reflective of the fact that you've watched these before, and so you know the final outcomes and you can see the changes as they happen, like me with the One Piece characters. But I didn't notice at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. The only thing, that pointed out that I noticed was the change in eye color, and that was mainly just reflecting of Shiki and the other girls' powers.
Yeah.
Yes, the mystic eyes.
Yep.
Although I was wondering a bit about the clouds. The clouds were like weirdly pixelated whenever
The clouds?
we looked. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a good chance to look at them. So, what was up with the clouds?
Like whenever we were looking in the city and then we panned up into the skies and then the clouds were like pixelated as hell and was like, wait, is that on purpose? Is that just the video I'm watching?
Yeah, it kind
know.
of looked like we dropped down to 180p when you looked at the sky.
Yeah, that was weird.
Weird
like, is that
skyboxing.
like that was a magic thing, or we like? I was so confused by that.
I don't think it was a magic thing. That might just be this is one of Ufotable's earlier works kind of thing.
I mean, it's very, very crap if it's Ufotable's first works, like with the sky being that absolutely pixelated, absolute crap shit. I don't know what the fuck they did with it.
All right. Do we have anything else to comment on at this point?
I mean, the misfortune of this series is that it's a series of movies, some of which are even under an hour. Like, this one is under an hour.
Yeah.
So, it does not particularly lend itself to extremely long reviews.
No.
Not at least as far as the spoiler-free sections.
Yeah.
I mean, like the how they actually showed the power. That was actually a nice look at it, though. Yeah, how they actually make that. Otherwise, nothing else.
I think the sound balancing here is absolutely stepped up from the first movie, Seki, since that was your first problem. Because this is the first
but it
action
stepped
movie.
up in the second movie, too!
But the second movie wasn't an action movie at all.
But it didn't matter.
It kind of does. The tone between this movie is closer to the first movie as far as tone.
Okay,
and storytelling than the second movie.
I don't associate sound balancing issues with the fact that it's an action movie or not an action movie. The second movie was improved, and this one was not as bad as the first. That's all that I noticed about the sound balancing. So long as it's not as bad as the first, I don't give a shit what genre it is. Because the problem with the first movie was not the genre and the sound balancing. It was the fact that I had to alternatively turn my TV up to 70 to hear talking and down to 14 whenever the music played.
Yes, that doesn't really change the rating on this
Yeah.
regardless.
The fact that it was an action movie didn't really affect the fact that it was still better. And personally, while I think that soundtrack might be different in an action movie, the sound balancing itself should not even come into play. That's just an overall issue in the first movie, unrelated to the soundtrack itself.
Wait, but didn't we blame the sound balancing on the streaming site we were watching from?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But that has nothing to do with the tone or the type of movie it is. The soundtrack does, but not the sound balancing. That's entirely a technical error.
Yeah. That was for the first movie. That was just entirely technical error, whether it was the streaming service or the actual sound balancing.
So the sound balancing improved in movie 2, and it has stayed improved. Like, it has not dropped back down to a technical error. But I don't associate the sound balance with the soundtrack, necessarily. One is a volume issue, the other one is actually part of the theming.
Okay, are we all done? All good?
I think so at this point. I don't have anything else to comment on.
Okay.
Try harder, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you for coming watching videos. Subscribe, comment, like the video if you like this.